Hello students, the next topic is the non-uniqueness of electromagnetic potential and the concept of gauge. Non-uniqueness of electromagnetic potentials. What are electromagnetic potentials? A and phi are the electromagnetic potentials. These potentials are used to calculate the electric and magnetic field vectors. That is, we can calculate magnetic field vector as B is equal to curl A, and electric field vector will be minus gradient of phi minus dou A by dou T. This is how we can able to calculate the electric and magnetic field vectors from electromagnetic potentials. For a set of A and phi values, we will get a unique electric and magnetic field vectors. We can derive the electric and magnetic field vectors for a set of A and phi values, but we cannot derive these electromagnetic potentials for the given values of E and B. So vice versa is not possible. So for a set of A and phi values, we can calculate the electric field vector and magnetic field vector B and E. Let us consider some gradient of scalar function psi. So for A and phi set, the electric and magnetic field vectors are same, and I am assuming the another magnetic vector potential as A plus gradient of psi, where psi is the scalar function, such that curl of A plus gradient of psi, that is curl A plus curl of gradient of psi. The curl of gradient of any scalar is 0. I am assuming some gradient of a scalar function psi such that which does not change this equation. So if you substitute A dash for A and phi, we are assumed that E and B are the values. Let it is A phi, then A phi is equal to A plus gradient of phi. Then also we will get the same magnetic field vector B. If you assume that this A dash is A plus gradient of psi, then the value of E will be minus gradient of phi minus dou by dou T of A is A dash minus gradient of psi, that is minus gradient of phi minus into minus plus dou psi by dou T minus dou A dash by dou T. This is the electric field vector. Then for this A dash value, that is A plus gradient of psi, we will get the same B value. If you replace phi with phi plus dou psi by dou T, let I am denoting with that value as phi dash, that is this value is minus gradient of phi dash minus dou A dash by dou T, where phi dash is phi plus dou psi by dou T. So phi dash and A dash are the another set of electromagnetic vector potentials. Let us substitute this A dash and phi dash in these two equations. then B is equal to curl A, that is curl of, what is A here? A dash minus gradient of psi, that is curl of A dash minus curl of gradient of psi. This value becomes 0. So B is equal to curl A dash. Similarly, E is equal to minus gradient of phi is phi dash minus dou psi by dou t minus of dou A by dou t. That is minus gradient of phi dash, this dou A means A is A dash minus gradient of psi, minus gradient of phi dash, minus into minus plus gradient of dou psi by dou t minus dou A dash by dou t plus dou by dou t of gradient of psi. These two get cancelled. Dou by dou t of gradient of psi and the gradient of dou psi by dou t are same, that is E is equal to minus gradient of phi dash minus dou A by dou t. So if you observe, for the set of A dash value we get the same magnetic field vector. For the set of A dash and phi dash values we get the same electric field vector. This is called the non-uniqueness of the given electric and magnetic field vectors. For A and phi values we get the same A and B. For A dash and phi dash also we get the same values of A and B. So the non-uniqueness of electromagnetic potential, they are not unique, but we will get the unique electric and magnetic field vectors. These transformations, that is what are the transformations? A dash to A plus gradient of psi and phi dash to phi plus dou psi by dou t are called the Gauss transformations. Those transformations under which the electromagnetic field vectors are same but they are not, and non-uniqueness of electromagnetic potentials, those transformations are called Gauss transformations, and the function psi is called Gauss function. Thus we can say that A and phi are not unique, they are different. That is, for a set of given values of A and phi we get same values of E and B. These invariance of field vectors under Gauss transformations is known as Gauss invariance. The transformations of electromagnetic potentials under Gauss transformations are called the Gauss invariance. This is regarding the non-uniqueness of electromagnetic potentials. And the next concept is Lorentz gauge. We have calculated two Maxwell field equations in terms of electromagnetic potentials. In the previous class we have derived. The first equation is del square A minus mu epsilon dou square A by dou t square minus gradient of divergence of A plus mu epsilon dou phi by dou t is equal to minus mu j. And the second equation is del square phi minus mu epsilon dou square phi by dou t square minus gradient of divergence of A plus mu epsilon dou phi by dou t is equal to minus rho by epsilon. These two are the Maxwell's equations in terms of electromagnetic vector and scalar potentials. Here divergence of A is arbitrary. If this term is equivalent to 0, called as, in the last class we have known that this condition equal to 0 is called as a Lorentz condition. So if the magnetic vector potential and scalar potential satisfies this equation, that is divergence of A plus mu epsilon dou phi by dou t is equal to 0, then the gauge is known as Lorentz gauge. Under Lorentz gauge, A and phi must satisfy this equation. So under Lorentz condition, these two equations will be converted as del square A minus mu epsilon dou square A by dou t square is equal to minus mu j. And next equation is del square phi minus mu epsilon dou square phi by dou t square is equal to minus rho by epsilon. This term will be, we all of us calculated that mu epsilon is equal to 1 by v square. If it is mu naught epsilon naught, it is 1 by c square. So let us substitute this mu epsilon in this equation, that is del square A minus 1 by v square dou square A by dou t square is equal to minus mu j. And the next equation is del square phi minus 1 by v square dou square phi by dou t square is equal to minus rho by epsilon. Now introduce the D'Alembert operator, that is del square. This del square can be written as del square minus 1 by v square dou square by dou t square. Let us denote this term as D'Alembert operator del square. Then the above two equations will be converted as del square minus 1 by v square dou square by dou t square, that is del square A is equal to minus mu j, del square phi is equal to minus rho by epsilon, are called the simple Poisson's equation. These are derived from the D'Alembert operator. There is some small gauge called as Coulomb or transverse gauge. I will give the assignment and notes. Please prepare.